Greetings, Ravens. Geo here. I was one of the first AC6 players to get double S rank. But when making my ranked PvP guide, I realized that my early S rank experience does not reflect the average S rank player. Thus, I have waited until the meta had settled 2 to 3 weeks in to give a more accurate depiction of what the average ranked PvP experience is like. Then, I achieved S rank on a second account. The goal of this video is to make your ranked experience as smooth and painless as possible. I will be as broad as possible for this video, so that this video is still relevant even after the next rank reset. We will first start off with ranked singles, and then go into ranked teams. But before that, we will discuss what build to use first. The rock, paper, and scissors of one build easily beating another build is often referred to in regards to PvP, which is quite true since several builds struggle to fight against tanks, and the other various kite builds, like the lamb legs ACs. You will never know exactly who you are up against in ranked PvP, because there is no lobby system for it. Rather than using a build that is only good at beating one type of build, you want to use a build that is generally good against all types of builds. For example, if you are easily kited by other ACs, you want to put missiles on your AC or use the Bürzel booster and coral generator. If you are struggling against ACs that rush you down, you want to use a shield or an anti-close range weapon such as the hammer, etc. You want to turn builds that hard counter you into builds that just soft counter you instead, giving you a chance to actually win. Once you have a universal build in mind, feel free to start testing it out in unranked PvP. You will lose points in higher letter ranks, but not in unranked. The meta builds will only start showing up in B rank. Use the time before then to find the perfect build for yourself. Another good place to stop and try out new builds is any time after you pass your promotion. You cannot D-rank from a letter grade, and after promoting to a letter grade, your points are at 0. Any losses at that point will not set you back. If you are having a hard time creating a build for yourself, feel free to check out any of my S-rank build videos for ideas, or just copy them. The S-rank promotion requires you to win 8 out of 10 matches. Don't try to rely on luck to pass it and use a build that won't be hard countered. Next, let's discuss ranked teams. You can promote very quickly in teams by winning and getting MVP. But this is not a good thing for the game, since most players will be left behind. As a result, the queue for teams can be very long, and most people have stopped playing it. I highly recommend you S rank in teams first before doing S rank in singles. In fact, that's exactly what I did. Making a build for teams is pretty easy to do. You just need a high damaging weapon and be good at chasing players across the map. Throw on terminal armor and you are good to go. Try to stay with your team as much as possible. Do not rush into a fight alone and wait for your teammates to regroup or respawn. And if you have the point lead at the end of the match, feel free to hide somewhere and wait out the timer. You will gain points even when losing as long as you and your team have similar points to your enemy team. S-ranking teams is much faster and easier to do compared to S-rank singles. Finally, let's discuss how the leaderboards work once you have achieved S rank. The first 5 S rank matches you do give boosted points to your wins and also to your losses. At this late in the season, you will not get into the leaderboards if you lose even a single match. If you were to lose a match, you will be stuck with other players who have a low ELO score just like you. That means they give very little points if you were to beat them, while also making you lose a lot of points on every loss. On the other hand, If you do well on your first 5 placement matches, you will be matched with similarly high elo players that give you a lot of points on every win and a fair amount of negative points per loss. But in order to stay on the leaderboards, you have to play the game constantly and also win consistently, since everyone is always gaining points every single day. Do not stress about getting on the leaderboards, since only the most dedicated players will be working on it at this point in time. You have achieved S rank, or even double S rank. That is more than enough. I hope this video helps, and I wish you well on your S rank journey. I had to put a lot of time into making this video due to S ranking on 2 accounts. So don't forget to like and share this video. Feel free to leave your questions or suggestions in the comments below. We also have a Discord server you can join as well to share builds, get build advice, and test them out against fellow Discord members. And subscribe for more PvP videos.